Here we go. It's the Wait for It Seattle podcast.
The vibes are high.
The vibes are phenomenal. It's episode 66, Kevin, and that means one thing. You should absolutely remember who this episode is in honor of.
Fernando Rodney.
It's your boy, Rick Redmond, baby.
Oh, Rick Redmond. I did forget.
Remember, we were talking about Rick Redmond for like half a podcast.
Blanchet alum.
He was number 66 for the Huskies. They say he was the best 66 in Husky history, which included Daniel Teo Nessheim, who was pretty good. So, Rick Redmond, baby.
Do you have
the Rick Redmond episode?
Rick Redmond, who's your favorite all-time Bishop Blanchet Brave?
Oh, that's a hard one for me. Wow, good question. There's actually, this is kind of crazy. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so I don't know this person at all, but he's an old school guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And his name is Mickey Nash, and the football field at Blanchet is named
after him. Yeah.
Okay. But here's the crazy part about Mickey Nash, and I blame Seattle Preparatory School for this, and I don't blame anyone currently. They weren't the ones that did this. This was long, long ago. Okay. Mickey Nash is in the Seattle Prep Hall of Fame. So
what?
Imagine a person the football field is named at one of your two biggest rivals, probably your biggest rival over the history of boys and girls sports, right? And the football field at Blanchet's named after him, and he's in the Prep Hall of Fame. Now, he went to Prep, okay? And he was like, I'm looking at it right now, he was like an all-league baseball player, but it's like he coached in New York, and then he went to Blanchet from 1959 to 1987. And then our prep website lists all the things that are awesome about him at Blanchet. I'm like, this doesn't feel like what should get you in the Seattle Prep Hall of Fame. But
it's like the people arguing that Jerry Rice should be a top 10 Seahawk of all time.
Oh, that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually more ridiculous. Anyway, this was in 1998. He was inducted.
That's great.
And that's hilarious.
Funny.
So that's my favorite Blanchet.
I have two people. One is actually I have three.
Okay.
I didn't know
Rick Redmond's number one, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't know that the governor of Washington State went to Blanchet, Bob Ferguson.
What?
Yes, according to Wikipedia. Bet you didn't know that.
Why are we talking about Blanchet this long?
More importantly, Tom Lampkin went to Blanchet. Do you know who Tom Lampkin is?
Oh, yeah, I know Tom Lampkin. Lefty backup catcher? Heck yeah.
Backup catcher to your current Mariners manager. And Josh Sally. I played Little League baseball with him.
Let's leave the Sallies alone. Sally's get enough love on this podcast.
No, this is a different Sally. This Josh Sally is the guy that played for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay. Spelled differently too. Right?
Yeah, S-A-L-E. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have video footage of me playing Little League baseball in like third grade. This dude was using a wood bat in like third grade.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Actually,
totally projects out to
it's
him.
Such a flex
draft pick
to bring out the wood bat when everyone else has to use aluminum. Like,
yeah, I could barely get
so hard.
Yeah, I could barely get the ball out of the infield with like a normal metal bat, and this dude was hitting bombs like
amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, okay,
real
enough
quick.
Blanchet talk.
Enough Blanchet talk. But I will say this: their first Hall of Fame class at Blanchet. I went to their website. Mickey Nash was on the first induction class in 2010, along with Rick Redmond, and this is probably the best Blanchet athlete ever, Joe Steele.
Joe Steele, 1975.
Yeah,
played for the Huskies.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, this ridiculous amount of time talking about Bishop Blanchet High School. I hope Sam Procopio, their principal, is listening. He listens sometimes. Shout out to... He's the best thing about Blanchet right now, Sam Procopio. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What an intro. That's not where I thought we were going. We have much more exciting and fun things to talk about, which are your Seattle Mariners. Kev, I know. You're laughing because I just ride this roller coaster, as we all do. And here's what I'm going to refuse to do, no matter how this ends. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like 50% of Mariners fans who are just waiting for the other shoe to drop, the bottom to fall out, whatever, analogy / idiom you want to use.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to enjoy the 12 games. It's going to be awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's where we stand right now. The Astros beat the Rangers tonight. Mariners had an off day. The Mariners have a 3.5 game lead for the third wild, even though they're not in a wild card spot, they have a 3.5 game lead over the Rangers and the Guardians, who are the closest to getting a wild card spot, who's not in currently. Okay. Good news. Mariners have the tiebreaker over both those teams.
And will they maintain the tiebreaker?
Yes, they don't play either of them. So that's essentially a 4.5 game lead, which seems with 12 games almost like you want to get
insurmountable.
Excited. Almost like you want to get excited. Okay. They have a half game lead on the Astros. They're actually in first place in the AL West right now, which I know people know, but some people probably are listening and being like, wait, what? What happened? Okay. And they're tied with the Red Sox for the second wild card should they fall out of that spot. And they're one game behind the Yankees, who have the top wild card. Now, I know the Mariners are technically not in a wild card spot right now, but if things shift, that Astros series is coming up, they could be in a wild card spot. They still are a spot where they could be hosting 2 out of the 3 wild card games, which could be exciting. So how did this happen? It happened because we got on a podcast last Sunday and said, wow, they won 2 in a row in Atlanta. They scored 28 runs. That's awesome. They proceeded to win every game at home this week, all 7, 2 of which I was in attendance. I will talk about that later. They've won 9 in a row. So for you, Kevin, and our listeners, I am here today to give you 9 random, they're not random, 9 facts / stats / reasons why the Mariners are where they are. Okay? And you can react to them, and we'll go from there. Number 9, I hate saying this one, but I got to give it to him. It's the fans. I hate the fans. I hate the wave. I hate all.
Did you hear Goldsmith go on?
I know, my guy Goldsmith. How about right now is not the best time to do the wave? Thank you, Aaron Goldsmith. You are a man of the people. Also, Goldsmith had a fantastic week. Some of his calls were just amazing. But the fans, the fact that Josh Naylor, Brian Wu, mostly Naylor, is talking about how cool it is here, there has to be legitimacy to, there's excitement, right? The fans' baseball IQ, this is going to now be our TikTok video that everyone's going to hate. The baseball IQ in Seattle is nowhere near what it is in other cities. Like, it just isn't. I used to argue it. It's not the same as East Coast. We don't have as many generations of fans passing it down. It's evidenced by the wave. It's evidenced by, that
the
they get
for
more,
the bobbleheads.
Yeah, they get more excited about the bobbleheads than going to the game or the Funko Pop or whatever, right? But there are legitimate, awesome baseball fans here, and regardless, if you have excitement at the game, that matters for the atmosphere. So that's what they do have. They have excitement. Hot dogs from heaven, whatever gets you going, great. They actually have this really cool thing called a foul dance party.
Here you go.
In like the 7th or 8th inning, the DJ will play just like a techno beat / whatever when there's a foul ball, and it's called Foul Dance Party. And then people just go crazy. It's actually kind of awesome. It's one of the few things I'm like, that's stupid. Then I was like, nope, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Number 9 is the fans. Number 8, you're gonna get mad at me about this. It's Cal Raleigh. The fact that he's number 8, it's gonna aggregate, and people are gonna be pissed off.
Wait, are you ranking these things?
Yeah, I'm ranking him from least important to most important in the 9-game winning streak and the reason they're doing what they're doing.
Got it.
Okay. So he hit his 54th home run, tying Mickey Mantle for switch hitters all time. Cal has been really good in these 9 games. Okay. My argument would be Cal's been good the whole year. He's had stretches where he's less good. He's been struggling. For example, August 1st to September 5th, he had a 26% strikeout rate. Wasn't great. Last 9 games, walk rate 24%, strikeout rate 17%. Okay, so and he's hitting 273 in the last 9 games. He's really turned it around. It's helped, but there's no way you could make the argument to me that the reason they turned it around now is because of Cal Raleigh. Because when they lost terrible road trips, Cal Raleigh was still hitting bombs, right?
Yeah.
So Cal is, if you took the whole year, he's probably number one. But if you take this small segment of time, I'm just going to put him at 8. So
yeah, he was also carrying the offense in the earlier part of the season. I don't think he has that weight anymore, which could make it a little easier to break out of a slump because the pressure isn't there. The other thing that I want to say is he's plus 500 in terms of odds, betting odds for MVP. So I just looked
you're
it
back
up.
on it. You're back,
I'm back on it, man. I mean, if I think with him breaking records, so we got 13 games left. He has 54 homers. Yep. Can he get 6 home runs in the next 13 games? I mean, it's totally within the realm of possibility. I don't think the likelihood is as high as it maybe was earlier when we were having this conversation mid-August, because he, went through the aforementioned slump. But buckle up. I just like the Rick Riz call for the 54th home run made me turn on the TV. I was listening to it on the radio, and they do a great job of the lead up. Like the next home run is going to break XXX record, right? And so I love it. I love it. So it's been fun.
Aaron Judge won AL Player of the Week today, so that's rough. But I think you're right. I think he has to get 60. And there's no way we'll be able to prove this, but if he gets 60, he's winning the AL MVP.
I think if they win the division too, it's kind of unfair for Judge, but it'll be like the Mariners' first division title since 2001.
Yeah, what have we been saying? Narrative matters, right?
Yeah,
that would matter. Yeah. And
I'm
the
surprised
Astros,
the Mariners aren't
stuff.
Going on like an MVP campaign. Remember I said they'd go on an MVP campaign? That prediction flopped. I'm not seeing it.
I think they did briefly, and then he was struggling, and I would say there's a 40 to 50% chance Cal asked them not to.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he is every account is he's such a leader that he's fine. You post a graphic after he ties the record. He's very proud of that stuff. But to put it about him when the team is going and they're in the playoff chase, I don't know.
That's fair.
He has no problem going and talking to people, right? We know this. He went and talked to DePoto and Hollander and ownership and was like, I'll resign here if you agree to X, Y, Z, whatever that was. So I could see that happening. Okay, number 7. Your favorite player and mine, Julio Rodriguez. Okay. I don't know if he's really your favorite player. He should be everyone's favorite player. You can love Cal all you want. Stop crapping on Julio. Next April, can we stop? Okay. Julio in the 9-game stretch, 378 average, 2 home runs, 9 runs, 9 RBIs, 3 steals. He has a 0.8 WAR in 9 games, almost 1 WAR. Since August 1st, Kev, he's tied for 6th in all of baseball in WAR and WRC plus. He has a 315 average and 11 home runs in that time. Simply said, Julio Rodriguez is playing like one of the best players in baseball. Okay.
And he's only 24.
Totally. His numbers for the year with 12 games left, 269 average, 30 homers, 91 RBIs. I think 25 steals, 26 steals. That's a silly season. And if you ask people before the year, if that was his end of year stats, people would have been like, wow, what a good year for Julio. He has a chance at 100 RBI. 9 RBIs in 12 games is probably tough, but he needs one big one. But he's going to get, 95 RBIs maybe 31, 32 homers. Hopefully he's hitting above 265. It's a great year.
Yeah.
Is it Juan Soto? Is it Aaron Judge? No.
Is it Cal Raleigh? No.
Is it Cal? But he's batting behind Cal with 54 bombs. I do this sometimes. I don't know if you ever do this. Well, I think because the Mariners in the 90s and early 2000s, those lineups were so good to look at. I loved in the playoffs when you'd get like the new fresh announcers and they'd show the year-long stats and they would have each person come up. And when I would watch like a Yankees lineup or a Red Sox lineup when they had like Manny and Big Papi, you just be like, damn. That's what it feels like with this team right now. When you look at them back to back to back. Gino's numbers are stupid and he's been bad. But 45 homers, like 98 RBIs or whatever he has, like it's crazy. And they're
Yeah.
all back to back to back.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything on Julio?
No, I'm just happy he's a Mariner.
Okay. This is where it starts to get, different. Obviously, Cal and Julio. Number 6, Robles return to me is a big one. So Victor Robles hitting 308 in his last 9 games. Canzone's been at 364 in the same stretch. They can platoon those guys now. Canzone doesn't have to play against lefties. Robles is faster. He's a better defender. He's a little bit of an adventure sometimes in right field, but not like Randy in left. That's a real adventure. So he's improved their speed, their defense. When he's not in the game, it's awesome when he can pinch hit. I don't mind Canzone coming in to pinch hit if it's, on a righty. It's been huge. And his return with both injury, but then also the 7-game suspension he's come back from, and that's helped them go on this little win streak. I think Robles' return is big. What do you think about Victor Robles?
I think it's frosting on the cake because when he was out, it's kind of like, okay, it's a bonus if he comes back from that devastating injury. By the way, I was at that game.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah, and I couldn't see it because of our sight line.
Yeah.
He like disappeared underneath, and then the next time I saw him, he was holding his shoulder or whatever. And the fact that he's been able to have an impact and rejoin kind of like a new team, right? Yep. I think it speaks volumes, and I think it's kind of when you make a playoff run, there's X factors, right? What separates this team, right? When a team sees the Mariners, let's say an American League team, right, that hasn't seen them for a while,
yep.
Chances are they haven't seen Robles in the lineup. Chances are they haven't seen Suarez, who may heat up, going into the stretch run. Chances are they haven't seen Josh Naylor being a threat on the base paths, right? So there's all these extra things that are thrown in that weren't there when Robles was a part of the team. So I think that's an interesting thing to think about as we head into the stretch run.
It's fun having him as the 7th hitter or 8th or 9th, because I'm looking at last year, September 14th.
He was our lineup, one of the best. Yeah.
Our lineup was Robles leading off, which he was great, but it went Robles, Julio, Cal, Randy. That's a pretty good top 4. Luke Raley 5th, Justin Turner 6th, Polanco hitting 202 7th, Crawford hitting 197 8th, and Josh Rojas was our 9th hitter last year at this time at third base. That's rough. Versus this year, Robles batting 7th. You have JP 8th and whatever combination, or sometimes Robles has been 9th, and that's been great. So that's huge. 5, I just mentioned him. Jorge Polanco's health. And there's 2 parts to this. First of all, he's the best hitter on the team right now. Like, it's silly.
April Polanco has returned.
He's back. He has 7 straight games with a double, tying a Mariners record. And he needed 1 on Sunday to tie the record, and he hit 3.
Does Edgar hold the record?
Yeah. Okay. No, Jim Presley, which is awesome for me. Polanco's hitting 382 over this 9-game strand with 9 RBIs. Polanco is great, and he's batting. Well, he was batting 4th recently, but you throw in whatever combo, and right, left, he's good. But his health is the reason I'm saying it for number 5 here is his health, because Cole Young's been bad and he looks overmatched, even though I really like Cole Young. So Polanco's been playing second base, and if he wasn't healthy and couldn't do that, now he's DH. That limits your other options, right? It's really big that he's been healthy for lots of reasons. All right, number 4 you're going to like. Everyone's going to like number 4. Number 4 is the unsung heroes. Back-to-back games, Kev. Leo Rivas.
Home run.
Harry Ford. Mitch Garver.
Walk-off. Mitch Garver.
It was silly. So Leo Rivas hits the most improbable, insane home run in the I think it was the 13th inning, with Contreras of the Cardinals 6 feet from him at first base, ready to field a bunt, and Rivas just yanks it. And what does Goldsmith call? He's like, Leo Rivas, what have you done? It was so good. Harry Ford comes up the next night, sac fly to win it. like a really professional bat for a young batter. Just looked for the pitch he wanted, drove it just far enough. I saw some stat on Twitter that said Polanco ran like 35 miles per hour on the way home. I think that was an exaggeration, but he was sprinting home from third. And then I got to tell you the Mitch Garver one. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went to the game on Tuesday that they won, and then Friday night was the Mitch Garver home run that didn't win the game in the bottom of the ninth, but I think it was the 7th. 1-1 game became a 2-1 game. My $500 flex plan that I purchased.
Now
right?
it's like a bargain.
Now it's great. 2 wins this week with the flex plan. Great company. I brought Felix on Friday. We went to the Terrace Club, right? So we spent a little money. Terrace Club. We're sitting there, and there's this guy who's just killing Mitch Garver all game long. He's like, "It's your fault. We're losing. You can't hit. You can't field."
I love this guy. He's straight from New York. He's straight from New York.
Nah, he didn't come with like that attitude. It was more like Seattle, like whiny. Anyway, so Felix is like, he could be hard on a guy. Like he was killing Geno Smith watching Monday Night Football tonight. But that's because he's an ex-Seattle player, right? Mitch Garver's part of ours. He's ours. So Felix is sitting there going, I'm going to talk to this guy. My son is 12 and he's small. I was like, you're not. This guy's huge, Kev. He's like, I'm going to tell him, what could you do better? Could you catch in the major leagues? I mean, Felix was ready to go, right? But the best part is the guys just won't stop. And everyone in our section is kind of annoyed, you can tell, but no one's really like saying anything. So Garver just absolutely crushes that home run ball in the 7th inning. And everybody in our section just stands up and points at the guy. And it's like, yeah. And the guy was cool about it. He's like, yeah, I can't believe this just happened. Like he couldn't get over it the whole time.
It's
and then
like
he started
reverse
talking.
Etsy witch.
Yes.
There's a Mitch Garver hater.
He has like a Mitch Garver like voodoo doll or something, but it wasn't working. Anyway, Felix was so happy that Mitch Garver won the game. It was great. So those unsung heroes, right? Those 3 guys in a 9-game winning streak, you win 3 games in a row with those 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Arguably, like, I mean, 3 of your last 5 guys on the roster.
Okay, you weren't going to mention the Etsy witch. I'm assuming that's
the
not
Etsy witch is not one of my
names,
but I should have made it 9.
Yeah, so let's just talk about really quickly.
Yeah.
There's a story that came out that some Mariner fan paid some, like, I didn't even know you could order witchcraft on Etsy.
They went on Etsy and found a witch and paid the Etsy witch $14 is what I read, which is makes it even better.
That's how much I paid for my Chipotle today.
Yeah, $14.
Totally
to like
worth it.
Lift the curse. This was before the Saturday Braves game, and they've won 9 in a row. Now, there are 2 other things that I've read about that have happened in this streak. Jerry DiPoto has hand-delivered Cheetos to Rick Riz on air in 9 straight games. This is real. So, like, he did it the first one, they won, and so he did it the next one. It's kind of a joke, but now he keeps doing it. And Rick Riz will talk about it on the radio. Although I didn't hear him talk about it the last game, but I'm sure it happened. And then apparently Gary Hill Jr., also on the radio, they do like a pick to click. Here's my player that I think will have a great game. And he picked Emerson Hancock in that Saturday Braves game, and they won. And so he just keeps picking Emerson Hancock every night. And so you tell me which one is the...
It just stresses me out thinking that Rick Riz has Cheetos in the middle of the game and he gets the Cheeto fingers. I hope he uses chopsticks to eat his Cheetos.
The best part is like Gary Hill's kind of roasting him, but you can't really roast Riz because he's opening them like on the air and you can like hear the crackle. And then he's like doing it in the mic as an ASMR. Yeah. It's amazing. So
nothing beats it.
Number 3, we may not want the Etsy witch to stay, but this guy has to stay. Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm in love.
This was your Luke Raley. You were in love with him last year.
I was. I read that recently. Like I wrote something about how much I love Luke Raley. Josh Naylor has a longer track record than Luke Raley. In this 9-game streak, hitting 344, 12 RBIs, 4 steals. I mean, he had a huge home run against St. Louis, the game I was at. That's the game where his bat flip. If you haven't Googled Josh Naylor bat flip, please do.
Yeah,
With anger, and he just throws it. It doesn't flip it at all. He had a huge double in the end of the Cardinals series, I think, that won a game. Great defense. Loves it in Seattle. Hits amazingly in T-Mobile. There's never been a first baseman who should be in Seattle more than Josh Naylor.
Yeah, and Victor Robles, that's where you put your anger. You throw
Yeah.
you hit home runs and you throw the bat peacefully.
Not at a pitcher.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. I mean, I'm assuming you agree with Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
Number 1 priority for the rest of all time to sign him in the offseason.
Yep.
Number 2 is the rotation. So in the 9-game stretch, 3.24 ERA. They actually have an xFIP, expected field independent pitching, right? So if you took out bad field and good fielding and just looked at what their ERA should be based on their pitches and, you know, what they're doing, it's 2.20 in that stretch, which means, you know, if all things went right, they'd have an ERA under 3. They're striking people out crazy. Miller had 11, Wu 13, Kirby 14 in 3 of the last 4 games. Also, shout out to the Angels. Nice job.
Oh,
If you're on video,
you have a Mike Trout souvenir cup.
Mike Trout, I love you. Here you go, buddy. I drink my water out of my Mike Trout cup. Because I went to an Angels game and they were giving away, and why would I get rid of it? My dad, rest in peace.
Yeah.
One of the things that was most known about him is he would collect souvenir cups everywhere he'd go. And so Mike Trout. Also,
did you see my TikTok, by the way, where I took pictures of my souvenir cups? Because
no. I have to go watch.
Yeah,
it. I've been kind of staying off TikTok lately, probably because somebody told me, "How about you don't watch the clips of people telling you you're bald and you suck on TikTok." Mike Trout might not be good anymore. By the way, I know that's blasphemous, but we don't play them the rest of the year, so I'm not worried about it. He strikes out a lot.
Yeah,
and I looked at his average when I was at the game. He has like 21 homers. I know he is hurt. He's hitting like 240. Just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, he's coming to the end.
All right, last one. This is a long segment, but people love the Mariners. I mean, everybody who's listening is like, this is the greatest thing ever. What do you think number 1 is? These last 9 games, number 1 out of the 9 reasons why the Mariners.
The bullpen.
Oh, my God, Kev. Kev, 40 innings, 0.90 ERA.
They don't give up runs. It's great.
This is what I was asking for. You know this. We've talked about this many times on here. I'm like, just bullpen, make the bullpen better. And they didn't really. I mean, they like Ferguson's fine. How about Luke Jackson? Didn't know he was on the roster before I started watching an extra inning game. In the nine game stretch, he has the most innings of anyone in the bullpen. 6 innings. Hasn't given up a run. I mean, in fairness, he sort of gave up a run in extra innings, but he inherited the runner.
Everything is symbiotic, though. How'd you like that word?
I like that. That was good.
Because if the starting pitching is better, it puts less pressure on the bullpen.
Well,
if you have 3-4 run, granted, there are a couple of nail biters in this 9-game win streak, but there are also a couple blowouts, which kind of makes things a little easier for the bullpen to breathe and to rest, right?
Totally fair. Your point is fair. I would say that we've probably forgotten that there were 2, because the 2 13-inning games, and there was in that 8-9 game stretch, there was a Logan start that was under 5 innings and a bad Kirby start before this last one. So the bullpen did have to carry the weight in some of these games.
Agreed.
Emerson Hancock was awesome in his 2 innings in
click to pick, baby.
Yeah, he was awesome. Carlos Vargas might be back. Bizardo's great. I mean, it's awesome. Gabe Spire's like my favorite. They have Vargas, Brash, and Munoz in the 9 games, all strikeouts per 9 over 14. They're just striking at people left and right. So will this happen on the road? Whew, we don't know, because the road has not been good.
And will it also hold up in the playoffs, right? Dare I say?
Here's how I am, Kev. I just want to go there right now, and then I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, I don't care what Fangraph says, which is that the Mariners have better odds than all these other teams if they got to the playoffs. I don't know that we have the bullpen for the playoffs, to be honest with you. I don't know that we have the starting rotation, but the playoffs are so much about just getting good vibes at the right time. Last year was the Yankees and the Dodgers. Okay, great. But the year before,
The
it was the
Rangers. Or no,
Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Like nobody thought that was going to happen, right? So
yeah,
let's just get in the dance and then see what happens.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Yeah,
I'm dancing, man. I'm dancing every
let's
time I
go.
see that. I'm doing the foul dance, whatever.
Foul
Uh,
dance party. Boom, 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 boom.
let's clip that one.
Let's clip that.
Oh, man. I mean, do we have to talk about anything else? I guess we do.
We do. We have a couple more things to talk
Yeah.
about today. We have
All
we
right.
have basically some big time news happening in Seattle.
Yeah.
One of which is always football. So
yeah, let's talk about the Seahawks then.
let's do it, baby. Why wouldn't we? The vibes are still up.
Yeah, 31-17 win against the Steelers on Sunday. No guarantee. I mean, the game was tied 14-14 at one point.
Yep.
And then there was that swing that happened with this fluke kickoff play.
Yep.
But I want to give you some takeaways. I got 3 of them. And just like you can react however you want. Perfect. I love the second half offense. And whenever I see a team play well in the second half, that means that adjustments were made. Right. And I don't know if adjustments were I'm just kind of refuting what I just said, but it's hard for us to know. But I will say that the offense being able to go the length of the field to get 2 touchdown drives in the second half with a pretty balanced attack is such a great sign.
Yeah.
And Darnold wasn't just targeting JSN. I know that was kind of the complaint the first game. And my complaint, everyone was getting the ball.
Yeah.
Kupp showed up, right? He had the 2 receptions in a row.
It was huge. Cooper Kupp was huge.
He was great. And then
7 catches, 90 yards. That's all of a sudden with JSN having 8 catches, 103. Like those 2 doing that gives me, I will say, a whole different thought process on what the offense could be.
Yeah, and then AJ Barner also had the touchdown, and then another critical on 3rd and 10, caught a 19-yard pass for that second touchdown drive I'm referencing. So my biggest takeaway is the offense isn't as bad as I was thinking that first game, right? They looked a lot better. Things looked in sync in the second quarter. Ken Walker even looked great, right?
I'll tell you what.
You got to eat your words, man. You got.
I will be writing about it this week.
You got to do a little screenshot of how things went.
Oh yeah.
I think some of it was Gray Zabel. I think some of it was some of these blocks by our guy Oates.
Yeah, but dude, Ken Walker looked like a different guy.
He looked fast. He
was fast, decisive. Yeah. Charbonnet was getting swallowed up. I was wrong 100%. This is why. One of the many reasons why I would not coach football, right? That they don't pay me to make decisions because Ken Walker was awesome.
Yeah. The second thing is the defense. The secondary got 2 interceptions. I think one of them was at the end of the game, right? I think. I'm blanking. I don't know if I'm getting that mixed up with a college football game.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Roast me, TikTok comments. Roast me right now that I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember something. But secondary.
How are you a Seattle sports podcast when you can't remember exactly what happened the whole time? That's my TikTok.
It's okay. I redeemed
reaction voice.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's so great.
Thanks.
The linebackers were great. Yeah, I'm
now.
Trying to think. Yeah. The linebackers were great. So each of them had 8 tackles. I think it was a combined, what do I have? Combined 16 tackles from Ernest Jones and Tyrese Jones. I mean, they were flying all over the place. I thought they played well. I thought the Seahawks defense to hold Aaron Rodgers to 17 points at home. He looked like Mike Trout, kind of old news. which I wouldn't be surprised if he gets replaced like midway through the season. I don't think he's that good. He's throwing ducks.
That's
Like,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, now I remember the interception was at the end of the game because
Well, it was the second to last drive. I
yeah,
was looking it up also. I
yeah,
forgot that there was like another Mason Rudolph 3 plays after that. But
yeah,
there was a 119 left and it was intercepted on a deep pass at the Seattle 18-yard line. So,
yeah,
I mean, it was theoretically keeping the Steelers in the game, or he's trying to.
yeah,
But yeah, for a second straight year, Aaron Rodgers has looked very average at best against the Seahawks defense.
yeah.
18 of 33 for a 58 rating and a 30.8 QBR. It's not going to do it.
Yeah. So
can I combine those two things before I get to your
yeah,
third?
yeah.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I don't want to get on a Sam Darnold bandwagon too much here. But if you took all of the quarterbacks in the NFL who have played 50% of their team's dropbacks, right? So this is basically all starters. He's fourth in Pro Football Focus, like passer score. So they use their own metric. It's not perfect, but it's a system that people look to. He's fourth. Stafford, Herbert, Prescott, Sam Darnold. Okay. The question I have for you is, how many quarterbacks do you take for this year alone above Sam Darnold? Like, you're not taking Aaron Rodgers above him.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So can I give you groups of 5? I think people will like this actually, because they can do this at home. Okay. I'm going to go to the bottom of the list. Bo Nix is last. Okay. According to Pro Football Focus's scores. Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Tua, Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts. Do you take any of them above Darnold this year?
I think I take Jalen Hurts.
For sure. Me too. Now, you need the right offense to do it, but yes, you got to take Jalen Hurts above him. Yeah. I'm not taking Tua. I mean, Bo Nix, he's looked bad this year. I'm not taking him this year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We just saw JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. And he's out for like 4 weeks. Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Cam Ward, Lamar Jackson, Bryce Young. That's 22nd through 18. So,
okay, so
we're taking Lamar Jackson, obviously. He might be the best quarterback in the league. Would you for this year take Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Or Cam Ward?
No, too much inexperience.
Yeah. I might take Cam Ward, like, if you said you could
in the
just
next
have
3 to 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like, for sure. Okay. Jared Goff, Geno Smith, Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr. Interesting group.
I take Goff and I take Mahomes.
Yep.
So that's
100%.
That puts it at 4. And then
I'm not. Go ahead.
You take Penix? He was 13 for 21.
I would not for this year, but absolutely, maybe even if like it was this year and next. That might be dumb. I might take Penix. I don't know. I love Penix so much. Like,
what I love about Penix is he's good in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Where he, it's not as scripted and he has to make throws. Like, he's just so good.
Although he wasn't that good against Minnesota in those situations.
Yeah.
I mean, he was taking sacks. I don't know. Minnesota's probably got a pretty good defense. Well, time will tell.
So we're Seattle
I think it's
podcast.
fair.
We'd say maybe on maybe Penix.
Yeah.
Maybe we take Penix over.
I'm not taking Geno.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm slamming Geno. It's because I've seen it. Fair or unfair, I've seen Geno in Seattle, so I know what the ceiling is. I'm going to take the unknown of Darnold over Geno, even if they're even. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next group. 12 through 8. Jaden Daniels, Russell Wilson, no. Spencer Rattler, no. Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones.
Okay, Kyler Murray and Jaden Daniels, right? So that's 2 more.
Okay, so Kyler Murray's 6? An interesting one to me. Because I think the right answer is yes. But has Kyler Murray, well, Sam Darnold hasn't won anything either. So I was going to say, has Kyler won anything? You know what I mean? He's been to one playoff game, I think, or something like that. But you can't say that about Darnold either. So I think you're right. Okay,
so we're
Drake,
at 6 players now?
Yep. Drake May.
No.
He's probably in that Penix conversation, though.
Yeah, I haven't watched enough Drake May, to be honest.
I just think he's young enough that I'd say no. Josh Allen, yes.
Yes.
Jordan Love?
7.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to take Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott,
Yes.
Justin Herbert,
Yes.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. So now we're in like that's 11.
Okay.
So which makes sense. We're getting higher up the list.
But he's
So
not like 20th, right?
yeah.
And now this doesn't include Joe Burrow, who's now hurt and out, and he hasn't
But it
taken
does
enough
include
snaps.
Jake Browning.
I'm taking Sam Darnold over Jake Browning. So my point is, Aaron Rodgers, absolutely not. And Sam Darnold might be better than you think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
give me
he's
your third
definitely,
takeaway. Sorry, I cut you off.
Damn. I can't remember what my third takeaway. That was such a great exercise.
Well, that can be your third takeaway. Sam Darnold's
Yeah,
better
I mean,
than
I
you think.
don't have any. Yeah,
Yeah.
I only had 2 takeaways to be honest.
How about because I'm going to write 5 takeaways, which 5 is a lot, and you've always told me to not put pressure on myself, but now I feel like I got to do 5. So I know what a couple of them are going to be in my head already. Because I can just play off of what I did last week, which was like, where's Cooper Kupp? Oh, he's here. Zach Charbonnet needs more carries. Oops, I was wrong, right?
Yeah.
One that's interesting is like that defense, to your point, without Witherspoon, pretty good.
Reek Willen played way better too.
He did. That was awesome. On the flip side, I will have one about Jalen Ramsey, and I'm going to use some stats that I saw on Twitter, but I'm going to look them up myself and use them. Apologies if anyone's already written about it, because he's a fun guy to pick on, and he was picked on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kev.
Good stuff.
We need a couple minutes here before we get to our top 5. An obituary, a funeral service, maybe for your Seattle Storm.
I mean, the season's still going.
Yeah, Kev, I have said there's one thing I've been consistent on. I may be wrong about Zach Charbonnet. I may be wrong about, I guess that's it. I'm right about so many things, but I was never wrong about the Seattle Storm.
Yeah.
From the beginning, I told you, like, cool. Their max is first round of the playoffs getting swept. They're playing the Aces. They got absolutely destroyed. They scored 25 points in the first half.
They were bad.
They were bad. And the vibes are bad. Everything's bad. They're going to get swept tomorrow night. I think it's tomorrow. Maybe it's Wednesday. They're done. Yeah. Happy for anyone going to the game. It's not going to be fun. They're going to lose. The Aces know how to win in the playoffs. The Storm are done. So in terms of an obituary, what does this team do next year? And I get the season's not over, but you know what? It's over. So people can stop. So let's talk about it like it's over. What do they do?
Yeah. I mean, I think you commit to next year being a rebuilding season and you build around Malonga. I mean, maybe
100%.
you keep around.
I'm with you.
I mean,
yes.
Maybe you keep around the vets, but like you have I think it's 2 high draft picks, right? And so
they're not high anymore. This is the problem. They traded their own pick. They do have the Sparks pick who didn't make it. So they'll be top 5 lottery. It could be the number 1 pick if they win the lottery, right?
Yeah.
Or it could be 2 or 3, but lowest I think it can be is 5 or 6 because there's also expansion.
Yeah. So
you get a good player.
Yeah. I mean, and this could be a total, like this team could look really different. So
yeah,
everyone is basically gone. Like everyone's contract ends this year except for Nika Mule. Her contract goes to 2027. Malonga goes till 2028. Jordan Horston and Lexi Brown, who hardly have played, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, Jordan Horston's been hurt.
Yeah.
So she should be part of the rebuild. So Horston, Lexi Brown, doesn't play. Shockingly, they have to pay her $195,000 next year not to play. That sucks.
And everyone else has 2025. I mean, they can choose who they want to resign, but
right.
I think also you get a new coach.
That's where you start. You have to start there. And you have to get someone like her, not like Quinn. She's not good playing young players. She has, to her credit, played Malonga a lot, and it has helped. Although I don't know if it really helps on the court, but it helps her development. I think you let Skylar walk, you let NECA walk, go try to win a championship somewhere. And then you got to go sign Gabby Williams. And so you build around Gabby Williams, Jordan Horston,
Dominic Malonga.
Dominic Alonga. I would take Ezzy Magabor back also to pair with them if she wants to come back. And you draft whoever. They have the Aces pick as well. So they have 2 first-round picks. But really, it's that top Sparks pick that you want to be a top 5, 6. You go get someone there. And, maybe you swing a trade. Maybe you could do a sign and trade. I don't even know if they do that in WNBA with Skylar to somebody. There's usually not really a lot of free agents out there. Plus, the CBA is up and they might lock out. Like, there's all these things, right?
Yeah.
But to your point, go get a coach who wants to develop a young core and build around Malonga and make her into Lauren Jackson, right? And do that again. So they got to do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my whole point from the beginning. Who cares if they're 10th in the West next or 10th in the league next year and don't make the playoffs? What's the difference between that and being 7 and getting swept?
Yeah, that's
at least you have a direction and you're playing young players and you have hope. This is no hope. You have 2 players plus wherever you think Ezzy and Erica Wheeler are and Sykes, who they traded for, all sort of like older vets to do what? To lose in the first round? What's the point?
Yep.
So you got to rebuild. It's like, I mean, honestly, it's what DePoto did. He burned it down and they were awful. And he just filled the farm. And now you've got Julio and you've got Cal and you got all those pitchers and you had a core to go build something where you were at least relevant. They're going to be a winning team, the Mariners, for 5 straight years, which I get. That's kind of like where the Storm are. Like, cool, you lose in the first round. It's just different. It's a league of 13 teams. Go try to win a championship around Malonga. That's what I say. All right. Top 5.
Yeah.
What you know what top 5 should be about this week, Kev? I don't know if people even know this. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's Apple Cup week.
It's Apple Cup week. Again in September.
Yeah. It doesn't feel right. Last year I didn't care as much, but it doesn't feel right.
It's still not right.
No, it should be November.
Yeah, it's still not right.
I liked it when it was the day after Thanksgiving. We're all off. Like it's sometimes snowy. At least it's on a college campus. It's at Martin Stadium, which helps the Cougs because did you see the news? First time ever selling beer in the stadium.
God, they need it.
Just in time.
Wouldn't you need it after losing to North Texas? What was the score? I
think it was 59-10.
59-10. It's pretty bad. Like it's pretty bad if they don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. They're in a bad spot. For the Huskies to be 20 and a half point favorites on the road.
By the way, that line went from 12.5 to 20.5 in about 24 hours.
Some idiot set the line.
12.5. People were jumping on that. Also, you can't bet in Washington, so I don't know who's jumping on it. But they saw the North Texas score. We had a guest last year to talk about this game, and it was an awesome segment. And I thought about texting you, and I'm like, we can't do that to them.
Yeah, everyone who we talked about is on a different team for the Cougs.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that they had John Mateer and Cam Ward as their last 2 quarterbacks? John Mateer is going to win the Heisman right now. Like, that's what they're saying. Cam Ward was in the Heisman conversation and was the number 1 overall pick.
I feel so bad for that fan base.
That's crazy.
It's horrible. It's a horrible turn of events.
Also, do you remember we talked? It was Jeff Nusser that we had on last year, right?
Yeah.
Remember Jeff was like, John Mateer's good. And we were really doing a lot of like prep work for the games. We were doing all these previews on our podcast that someone told me like, thank God you don't do those anymore. I used to just skip through those. I think it was my sister told me, she's like, those Big Ten previews are boring. Anyway.
Good. I'm sorry. All right. The Mariners sucked at that point.
They did. We were really like, John Mateer's good. And I watched that game and I was like, John Mateer is good, but no one cared because he played for the Cougs. And I don't mean that to be an insult to Cougs
we were
fans.
too obsessed with the freaking
Well, I just
short
mean
yard
nationally.
option
Well,
play. Yeah.
for us, yes, but nationally, the Cougs were not that relevant because they weren't even in a conference, right? All that stuff. So John Mateer goes to Oklahoma, and now everybody's like, John Mateer is so good. He was really good last year.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cam Ward. He was awesome for the Cougs.
Yep.
Oh, poor Cougs.
Okay, so it would be the worst loss ever if the Huskies lost this game.
You got to build that momentum and then be relevant against Ohio State the next week. That's the biggest thing is I want them to win so that Ohio State game at 12:30, great spot on CBS, like just make it relevant.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's like I just want the Mariners in the playoffs so I can turn on a playoff game and be like, the Mariners are here.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, man. Okay. So we've covered that we don't know who's playing quarterback for the Cougars. And
can I just say the last names of these dudes?
Yeah.
So a guy named Potter threw 3 interceptions.
Nice.
He gets replaced in the second quarter by a guy named Duggar, who loses a fumble on the second snap.
Great.
And then in comes a guy named Eckhouse at the very end of the game who scores 2 drives and scores a touchdown in the fourth quarter, which was their only touchdown. And I'm living in fear because there's a cockroach right there.
In your house?
In my garage.
Oh,
okay,
God.
I'll be okay.
Jesus. All right, Jackson Potter seems to be the one who's playing the most. He went to Santa Margarita High School.
Same high school as Klay Thompson. Oh my God. Okay, I'm pausing this because I'm gonna just kill this thing.
Well, it's not gonna do anything to you.
Okay, before this the cockroach disappeared. I didn't kill it. If people were wondering, it just could crawl up my back at any moment in time.
We should have like an ad break right there from like a
cockroach killing.
Yeah, what is cockroach killing company? What are those called?
You know
what are those people called who do that?
The exterminators.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have trivia? Do we have Apple Cup trivia?
I do. I'm ready. Are you?
Okay. Mine's really lame. It's really hard to find Apple Cup records.
Let's do yours first. First. I came up with one that I like that I think is fun.
Okay. Can you name 5 Washington State head coaches?
Oh, we kind of did this last year. So the reason I know this is the winningest coach, I remember this, in Apple Cup history has 3 wins against the Huskies.
Yeah, there's 3 people that have 3 wins.
So Mike Bryce.
Yes. 3-11.
Yep.
Longest tenured Husky coach.
Keith Gilbertson was a Cougar coach at one point. I don't know if he has any Apple Cup wins, but he's a Cougar coach, wasn't he?
No.
Keith Gilbertson was a Cougar coach.
Well, he never coached in the Apple Cup.
Oh.
Well, as a head coach.
Well, neither did Nick Rolovich or whatever his name is either.
That's
a fun fact that Nick Rolovich and Jimmy Lake yes,
never coached in
both
Apple
didn't
Cup.
make it to the Apple Cup that year.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I should know way more Cougar coaches than this. I'm totally blanking.
This is a great trivia question.
I'm totally blanking. I'm terrible at top 5s. This is the reality.
Well, who was the last coach that went to Wake Forest?
Don't even remember his name.
Jake Dicker.
Yeah,
remember
there you
I
go.
went on that thing because he was like, we should just, what did he say? What was the stupid thing he said? I can't remember what he said after the last Apple Cup. Okay. This guy did the air raid. You know this guy.
Oh, Mike Leach. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have Mike
He has
Leach.
3, right? Or does he have 2?
Apple Cup wins?
Yeah, does he have 1?
He was 1-7.
Damn, Mike Leach. Oh, we've talked about this last year because Peterson.
Jimmy Lake
crushed him.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Lake, come on.
Peterson 6-0, Sarkisian 4-1, DeBoer 2-0.
Yeah, DeBoer.
Fish 0-1. Come on, man.
I miss Kellen DeBoer.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 coaches because you already named.
I got nothing. Give me 2 more.
Okay. Paul Wolf.
Yeah, I remember Paul Wolf. He was like likable.
Yeah, he was a bad coach though.
Yeah, he was. He was bad.
And then Bill Doba. And then
Bill Doba, I should have known.
And then Dennis Erickson is probably the last guy you probably
I think
should have
that's
done.
probably who I was thinking of.
But then all these other guys like
didn't Keith Gilbertson coach the Cougars?
Maybe.
Am I making that up?
If he did, he didn't coach in an Apple Cup.
Maybe I'm thinking of Dennis Erickson. Hold on.
I think you're thinking of Dennis Erickson.
I know this is bad. Offensive line. Washington. Yeah, no, I swear he was there. I'm making stuff up. Wow, he was a graduate assistant at Western. Good for him.
Yeah.
Nope, Keith Gilbertson, never there. I made it up. He did go to Central Washington though, so good for him. All right. God, could we just edit out my top 5 performances every week? So bad. Also, one listener sent us a top 5. Really, like that just shows me we have one listener. Remember when we used to talk about our faithful 9 or whatever it was?
Yeah, this is why I need to go to TikTok to get some type of dopamine that people listen to us, but people just love
you get weird dopamine because I just get
people
depressed.
just love our slideshows, man. Did you know our slideshow got 67,000 views in 2 days? The top 10 Seahawks of all time.
The top 10 list. We got to come up with more lists. Okay, here's a list for you. Top 5. I think this one is fun. This one I think is attainable and people can play along. Okay, Husky and Cougar quarterbacks. So it's not Apple Cup specific. Okay.
I like this.
Top 5 in NFL history passing touchdowns.
Drew Bledsoe, number 1.
He's number 2.
close.
Nice job. He's 27th all time.
Warren Moon.
Number 1. 16th all time.
So I got 2. Let's go either Mark Brunell or Chris Chandler. Probably Mark Brunell.
Number 3 all time, which is wild to me. Well, not 3 all time. Sorry.
Yeah.
3rd among Huskies and Cougars. Unless I missed someone, I was scrolling, so it could be. But I then double Googled. Is that a word? Best Husky quarterbacks all time, best Cougar, just to see if I was missing a name, and I wasn't. So Brunell's 64th in NFL history in passing touchdowns. That's wild.
Yeah, he was good.
How could he be 64th all time? That's crazy.
All right. Now it gets hard.
I thought Brunell was hard. I don't know that I would have guessed him. I might have gone like Damon Heward before Brunell.
Nah, the Hewards weren't that good in the NFL. God, there's one more Coug that was really good.
Well, can you just name the person you already named that you didn't name? You said I'm thinking between Mark
Chris
Brunell.
Chandler, is he 5?
He's number 4. 78th all time.
Yeah.
How about that?
Did he play for anybody besides the Falcons?
He was there a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. Okay. I feel like he went to Tampa Bay, maybe.
Is the 5th guy's got to be a Coug, right?
Do you want me to just give it to you? You don't even have any strikes.
God.
After my terrible performance, I'm just going to hand things to you.
Tuiasosopo did not play in the NFL long. God, it can't be Ryan Leaf. He sucked in the NFL. It can't be Locker. He also sucked in the NFL. It can't be Browning. Hasn't been long around enough. This is so hard.
You're doing a good job here, though. You're really going through it. It's good.
Knocking them out.
I'll give you a hint. It is a Coug.
It is a Coug. Okay,
yeah.
So it can't be Cam Ward.
He's pretty famous.
This is why it's going to kill me. And Jason Gesser never made it to the NFL.
I was thinking about Gesser, too.
Yeah, he made it to Eastside Catholic, though.
Sure did.
Yeah, did he play in the 2000s? So he played in the 90s.
And maybe earlier.
Maybe in the 80s. Oh, is it Jack Thompson?
No, he's probably, people say he's the best Cougar quarterback ever, but no.
Didn't make it to the NFL.
Strike one. I'll give you another. No, that was strike one. I'll give you a hint. He has I think it's his son, has been on an NFL roster in recent years as like a 3rd string, but didn't go to Washington State. He's a quarterback. I don't think it's his nephew. I'm pretty sure it's his son.
Brett Ripon.
You said his name terrible. It's Ripon. And Brett is the one who's been playing recently. So it's not Brett. Do you know who the original Ripon is? It's Mark Ripon.
Sorry, Mark.
Mark Ripon won a Super Bowl. in Washington. And yeah, he is 130th all time in passing touchdowns.
Look how much higher those Huskies are the all-time list.
Well, Bledsoe's pretty high.
Yeah.
But
Bledsoe I love that Bledsoe got replaced by Tom, the greatest quarterback of all time.
Here's some fun facts about Chris Chandler. I was with you. Like, I'm thinking Atlanta Falcons all the way.
Yeah.
He didn't play for Atlanta until he was 32 years old. His best 2 years were in Atlanta. He was Pro Bowler twice. He started in Indianapolis. I was right, Tampa Bay. Then I forgot this. Phoenix Cardinals, before they were Arizona. Rams for a year. Houston Oilers for 2. Goes to Atlanta at age 32 and puts 2 Pro Bowl seasons back to back. So there you go, Chris Chandler. Played a long time.
Can I tell you about one Husky coach that I clicked on that I found fascinating?
Sure.
On the podcast.
Week.
Yeah. There's this guy named John Chairberg. Okay. He was the Husky head coach from 1953 to 1955. Coached 3 Apple Cups, went 1-2.
Boo.
Here's what's interesting. This is his first sentence of his Wikipedia page. John Andrew Chairberg, born October 17, 1910, died April 8, 1992. Was an American politician, football coach, teacher, and television executive. He served as the 13th Lieutenant Governor of Washington, and he previously was head coach of the UW football team from 1953 to 1955. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. He started his coaching career at Cleveland High School. Oh. Then he coached at Queen Anne High School, and then he ended up at UW as the backfield coach for a year.
Yep.
Then he coached the freshman team for 4 years, back when there were freshman teams in college. And then he got elevated to the Apple Cup to the head coach. Within 20 years, he made it from Cleveland High School to UW football.
That's
and he got bored being the football coach, and he became the lieutenant governor. Such a cool career.
That is
right.
Wild.
Like, I think my generation is going back to where you could have multiple careers in multiple, like, totally different things.
Yeah.
It's
because everyone in your generation lacks attention span, so they have to go do other things.
Oh, wow. Or we're just, get tired of things.
Entrepreneurs.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just said you get tired of things, which is an example of attention span. I also pointed out to you last week that you asked me a question on our podcast that I had recently just said right before that. So you're just proving my point. And on that note, shout out to Rick Redmond, shout out to Bishop Blanchet High School, and shout out to your Seattle Mariners going for 10 in a row.
Let's go. Go Mariners.